Directors and investors at the Central Securities Clearing System met in Lagos to chart new roles for the business, which is expanding its space of work. Effiong Ekop witnessed the event and brought back this report.
The chairman of the Central Securities Clearing System PLC of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Mr. Oscar Onyema, wants a review of the funding structure of the Investments and Securities Tribunal IST. Onyema was addressing investors and shareholders of the Central Securities Clearing System, a subsidiary of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, managing the electronic depository of the entire Nigerian capital markets. Onyema noted that the current funding of the Securities Tribunal puts financial strains on the Stock Exchange, the Central Securities Clearing System, and the Securities and Exchange Commission.
We feel that it is about time that that burden is spread across the entire capital markets, so that now there are multiple exchanges, there are several CSDs, there are major other players in the capital markets. We think they should bear their own fair share in funding the IST.
The CEO of the Central Securities Clearing System, Haruna Jallo Waziri, pointed to improved performance by the electronic data company, linking it to new business strategies.
We've kept our costs at 50% of what the revenue growth was. We've introduced new products in the market. We now have 100% dematerialization of shares in the CSCS. And we're beginning to see certain efficiencies that were built from a strategic perspective in terms of how the market is operated generally.
Some investors were unhappy with the dividend policy of the Central Securities Clearing System.
The dividend you have given is a peanut. It cannot buy anything in the market. Not Guguru or Ekpa. It cannot. 70 kobo. It will not buy anything. Not even sweet. So you have got to decide the money you have stocked somewhere. And I observe one thing. When you have too many accountants in a place or directors, you find that they try to give you cosmetic financial review.
Chief Timothy Adeshinyon, another investor, asked for intervention in the processes for unclaimed dividends.
Please use this CSCS to help us negotiate this with the federal government. That the federal government should be a bit liberal with unclaimed dividend people.
Many market observers say that the current economic conditions have impacted negatively on the earnings of many companies, forcing their shareholders to stay hostile with their boards and directors.